Alright, what is up? Kashama24MJ here, bringing you another video. Throughout Xenoverse 2, there have been debates on who is better than who. These questions often lead up to the biggest debate of them all. Who is the best ever? This question can be rather tricky to answer and will guarantee a disagreement among a group of people. But rather than focus on who the best is to ever play the game in a sense, or who is the best out of everybody, I will go over like who is the best in their own category, basically the GOATs of their own respective categories. By this I mean there are many aspects in Xenoverse 2, offense, defense, etc. I will go over who the best are in their own aspects in which they have mastered. Alright, first category, the fastest in the universe. Speed can be a very important factor in outmaneuvering your opponent. It can give you the edge in the fight without a doubt, and is vital to offense and defense, whether it's avoiding punches or getting the first hit. Y Phoenix is at the pinnacle when it comes to natural speed. He outmaneuvers his opponents with swift side steps and agile boost dashes to cancel out of his movements to avoid and counter his opponents at the same time. The most dreadful part about this, and this is the part that baffles a lot of people, is the fact that he doesn't even use any speed increasing super souls. Alright, so it's all natural, and on top of potentially using a speed boost super soul, he also has Super Saiyan 3 or potential unleash. It's debatable which one's faster than which. I'm pretty sure it's Super Saiyan 3, but he also has those as an option as well. It's safe to say he's mastered the Saiyan race movement wise, but as in pure skill wise, that's another topic in general. Next up, we have the nose breaking gladiator. Now you see, back hits play an enormous role in reducing your opponent's stamina. This allows for even more things to worry about when it comes to a close fight. FCX Predator from Xbox One has gotten this down to a science. He had this down sort of in a science in Xenoverse 1, but in Xenoverse 2, he has this, I don't know if you call it technique, tactic, whatever you want to call it. He has this back hit loop, what Y Phoenix likes to call it. This tactic allows him to more accurately connect his back hits when you vanish, which will lead you into another combo. Naturally, his back hits are the most well-timed, but the back hit loop is surely to increase the chances of a back hits landing on the mark. On top of this, I'm pretty sure he has 100 basic attack, if not more than that, or somewhere around it. All I know is his back hits and regular basic attacks hurt like hell, and he also has strike super moves. So as soon as he hits you with a back hit, you might just get hit with an eagle kick or another quick ass move, and that'll stack up damage quickly. The evil masterminds. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody kind of knows who this is going to be. Everyone has a different view on various tactics in any fighting game. Nothing different can be said about Xenoverse 2. While some have stated there are no rules in Xenoverse 2, others abide by rules and morals that are deemed legit and cheap to its own. On the each side of things, Holy Saint and Skill on Point are undoubtedly the GOATs of this category. Both use similar tactics, strategies, and skill moves, but they are both around the same level. In terms of pure cheapness, that is. Their most notable technique is without a doubt Fake Death. They together make this a mainstream meta move in Xenoverse 2 and changed the way the game had to be played for many fighters. On top of this, they gave face to the once feared Namekian race and revamped them into one of the top contenders of racial statuses in Xenoverse 2. In the beginning of the game, Namekians were deemed as undoubtedly the most OP race in the game, and then after the giant, of course this was during the giant transformation phase. Once that shit got nerfed, people stopped using them and thought they were garbage, but the Namekians were still good. It's just the giant transformation just made them like overly OP. So the race never changed, just the transformation, and now people are starting to realize that, and they even have some people even switching to Namekians. Unfortunately, they all do it just to copy what Holy Saint and Skill on Point do, but we ain't gonna talk about that because I guess they have the freedom to do what they want. The defensive geniuses of Xenoverse 2. Some call it running, others call it block mashing, while others call it complete cancer. Either way, respect needs to be given to the defensive abilities of Loki Turtles and Tunnel Vision HD. Loki Turtles is infamous for his turtle shell way of fighting, as in constantly blocking and step blocking to not just avoid damage but getting hit in general. This style can be rather difficult to fight, but once you get through this defense, the fights become much more in your favor. As for Tunnel Vision HD, he uses Key Blast stuns and cancels to avoid 90% of potential damage and hits. This style of fighting allows him to keep his distance while simultaneously being able to potentially get a key stun in to start a combo. In respect of tunnel vision, this fighting style can be coined as tunneling. Fighting this style requires advanced amounts of patience, intelligence, and experience. And if I'm being quite honest, the main reason why a lot of people hate Loki Turtles, a lot of people really don't care how you fight. It's just the fact that Loki Turtles just so happens to talk an enormous amount of shit while he's doing it. I don't know if this gives him an edge whenever he's fighting somebody, as in like shaking them up mentally or something. I know it worked against Phoenix in my video, but regardless of the fact, like if he wouldn't do that, if he wouldn't talk shit, I'm pretty sure he would get a lot less hate. But either way, I think he really doesn't care anyway. I don't really care either. When people think of brawlers, they think of someone that constantly is pressuring them up in their face, always throwing punches. Pressuring your opponent, of course, with speed is an effective way to cloud their minds with all sorts of adversity. The man that specializes in this is none other than Zombie King 08. His fast-paced style of rapid step cancels and step blocking releases enormous amount of pressure offensively and defensively. This can potentially end you rather quick, as you may end up with 0 stamina bars 1 minute into the fight. Along with his speed and male-human step cancels, but he also has the fastest in the universe equipped as well, which adds on to the pressure he applies mid-combat. Not on top of this, he can also perfect block as good as me and Baku Star, which I will mention in the next segment coming up. But yes, he can perfect block extraordinarily good, so that adds on to the fact that you may or may not run out of all your stamina in the first minute of the fight, maybe even sooner, maybe a little afterward. Either way, you're gonna have to watch your stamina when fighting Zombie King. Now, as for the Just Guard King, I, for one, and many others agree that Zombie King, and Baku Star are easily the best perfect blockers in the game. Considering that Zombie King has already been put at a top place in his own category, that leaves me and Baku Star in a 2-man tie. But since I'm also at the top in my category as well, I will have to probably give this to Baku Star. His perfect block patterns are 99% identical to mine, so getting perfect blocked by me is not much different than getting just guarded by Baku Star. He will break you with his blocking base and predict your every first punch until your guard snaps and your life ends by a gruesome but flashy combo. Next, we have the Power Pole Master. Now, you see, Power Pole Pro is astoundingly underrated in terms of tactical and strategical use. Lawrence used this universal flaw of not acknowledging an entire transformation might add to his advantage, and he used it against the entire Xenoverse community. He is known throughout ranked as one of the most fearful oppositions you can face once he's on the Nimbus, that is. He decided to take his reputation to my Tournament of Power tournaments and ended up winning Tournament of Power number 8 to enter the Tournament of Champions. Throughout his experience in the tournaments, he has vastly improved his Nimbus Cloud Power Pole fusion skills, and it's no doubt a fight you need to prepare for. Now, you see, the thing is about the Nimbus Cloud, at the beginning of the game, people deemed it as on average OP, and then it seems as if everybody just forgot about it. And then Lawrence brought it back, and he brought it back strong. The Artistic Genius. Now, you see, I'm not one to boast on how good I am or whatever, and for no reason, that is, but I think myself and others can deem me as one of the smartest fighters in Xenoverse 2, if not the smartest, considering the exceptional amount of videos I've made, the way I play, my infamous character Jin the Artist. But regarding all that, I believe I'm exceptional at outsmarting my opponents with baits and traps, as well as a lethal arsenal of techniques that coincide with strategies and tactics of my best and easily favorited character, Jin the Artist. For all of my techniques, just click the link of me showcasing all of them in the description and comment section below. Last but not least, the Key Stunning Veteran. Key stunning is deemed as cheap by majority of the community, with some considering it okay in moderation. One fighter that's mastered this technique to pure art is a young Dino. Since the beginning of the beta stages of Xenoverse 2, he found out about key stuns and cancels and changed his entire fighting style completely into a smooth way of starting up a combo without actually hitting his opponent. Your back hits and step blocking aren't safe as well, because the accuracy and precision on his stuns are easily at the top of its game. He is able to create even more additional openings than normal due to his complete mastery of key stuns, and no doubt proved the training was worth it. And an honorable mention is the #1 troll, the Super Itachi. The Super Itachi is very infamous. He is probably the most infamous person in Xenoverse 2. His trolling skills are way above average. If anything, they're quite legendary. His shit talking and mental game is really in no comparison to Loki Turtles. I believe Loki Turtles can really psych out his opponents like that if they are in a party with him. If you're fighting Loki Turtle, and this is the thing about Loki Turtles, you think he's slick with this shit, but he always says if you want to fight him, you have to be in the party with him. And then if you're not talking while you and him are fighting, he's assuming that you don't have your mic in, which means he can't talk shit, which means he basically can't put you at a disadvantage because he wants to fuck with your head. He's not slick. I know what he's doing, and it's pretty smart. I'm not gonna like talk shit about him because that's pretty smart to do. Some shit I would do, to be honest, but I don't feel like making people get mad at me. I mean, I do that without talking shit, but either way, pretty smart thing to do. Super Itachi does it for fun. Loki Turtles does it competitively. Two same concepts, but they use it in different ways. But either way, that's my video for today. Thank you for watching. If I missed any categories, let me know in the comment section below. If you have any doubts about the people in this video, feel free to challenge them yourself. I also had an idea to do full video documentaries on the people mentioned in this video. Remember to leave a like and comment on what you think of this list, and I'll see all of you in the next video.